thank you very much. Glad you stayed dry. Good use of brolly. Congratulations.
Thank you, Charlie.
8:56 is the time now.
Now to something that sounds like it could be from a Disney movie. A bespectacled praying mantis with a special power, which makes him different to all the other insects.
In fact, it was part of some very serious research into 3D vision and how it might be used in robotics. It was led by Vivek
Nityananda.
Very good morning to you. So this was your research. So the way we've explained it this morning is that you have these praying mantis and they are wearing 3D goggles. Can you just sort of set up what was happening?
Okay, sure. So we put on these 3D goggles onto the praying mantises so that we could actually show them the kind of 3D illusions.
Okay, first of all, how did you put the goggles on the praying mantis?
So we fixed them on with beeswax. So we put a spot of beeswax on the praying mantis's forehead, if you like, and we put in one glass, and then we put in the other glass, and it's held in place by the beeswax.
Okay, so what are they seeing?
So what they're seeing is just the normal world through the glasses, but when we show them a stimulus, what we're doing is showing different colors to each eye, and that's what the glasses help us achieve.
So when you show them this stimulus, which we can see here now, does that appear to them as a 3D film would appear to us if we were wearing 3D glasses?
Yes, more or less exactly that.
Okay, so what is the advantage in putting these spectacles on a praying mantis when you could just see what happens to us when we wear these spectacles?
So the big difference is because they are the only insects that have 3D vision, that we know have 3D vision, we can start asking whether they have a completely different way of doing 3D vision compared to us. And if it's an easier, simpler solution to doing 3D vision, then we can try to implement it.
How do you know if an insect has 3D vision?
By putting these glasses on and showing them the illusions.
But I'm a bit confused because you said you put them on them because you know they have 3D
okay,
vision.
so before that, some work which was published in the 80s put prisms on the praying mantises in front of the praying mantises' eyes. And by manipulating the kind of powers, the strengths of the prisms, they showed that the praying mantises had 3D vision.
So with this research, which is quite hard to follow, but I think we're with you so far. And where does it lead you? What do you do with this information?
So what we found is that they have a completely different way of seeing in 3D, which is much simpler to implement. And what we're hoping is that then we can develop that, model that, and get that into use in robotics or computer vision.
In what way? And so how would it be useful?
So because it requires much less computing power, you can have a lightweight robot. You can basically compute distance using much less processing power. So currently we try to mimic human 3D vision, and that requires a lot of computational power. So if we mimic insect 3D vision, mantis 3D vision, then we can do it with much less processing power, so more efficient.
So effectively you could have a robot which is able to judge depth of field,
exactly.
And so rather than just go to a fixed point, I suppose, know that it could come up to you and be close to you, but keep a proximity.
Yeah, keep distance, or when it reaches out to try to catch something, it knows it can judge that distance.
How long before we see this?
I don't know. So we've just, of course, just found out what the mantises do. We're developing the model, and we're ready to start collaborating with anyone who wants to build robots.
Doctor, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
This morning. Very good to see you here.
Now, from modern